Hello and welcome to this special edition of Lynchburg Live. I'm your host, Linda Smith. In April, I did a show with featuring Judy Brown about the Relay for Life, which is the American Cancer Society's signature fundraiser for the year. And Judy is heading up a team at the Relay for Life, so we decided to come to this event here at Heritage High School tonight and follow Judy's team and see what the ceremonies are about and just sort of give you a feeling of what happens here. If you've never been to one of these events, it is a very special feeling. And that's what I'm hoping to bring to you is how people relate to people who've been through this experience, people who are caregivers, who are out here walking for the people that they love, who are survivors. Jerry Wilmoth, who's a friend that I met on Facebook, recently said that the relay is such a powerful display of courage, remembrance, and willpower to fight. And I think that sums up everything that you're going to see here tonight. As many of you know, because of, if you've watched my shows, you know that I'm a breast cancer survivor. In May, I walked as a survivor in the Amherst Relay for Life and carried the banner. Which was a very, very emotional experience for me. My husband walked as a caregiver. As we were walking around the track, one of the survivors who was walking behind me reached out and grabbed my hand, and she said, "I'm so glad that we're here and we're alive." And I just turned around and looked at her and said, "And here with hair." Because most of us who've been through this experience have gone through chemo and have lost our hair. I've got mine back, but a lot of people that you see here tonight will be in wigs or maybe bald because of where they are with their treatment. My husband said, as he walked with the caregivers, that he had never felt so welcome with a group of people in his life. He said people came up and talked to him as though they were people that had known him forever. And I think it's because of the shared experience. Okay, we'll be looking around and getting back to you as the evening goes on. Can you tell us who you are and what you're doing here?
My name's Nikki Kuhn, and I'm the co-chair for the Relay Committee this year.
Great. And you?
I'm Gwen Lovelace. I'm the chair for the committee.
This must have been a lot of work for you all to put together.
Had a good group of people working on the event for the whole year, so yeah.
Good. Judy, she's been so excited about doing this, and I said, why don't you take some of this excitement and come on my show? So she agreed to do it.
Great, absolutely.
I mean, I just feel like people, they hear about the relay, but they don't have an idea of the feeling that you get here, especially if you're a survivor, and certainly I can't think of anybody's lives who haven't been touched by cancer in one way or another.
Yep. Imagine if they're that sheltered, how awesome.
Right.
To live in that bubble.
Exactly. Well, I thank you all for talking to us, and have a nice evening. Okay. I've run into Jeff Taylor, who's a longtime Lynchburg broadcaster. Jeff, why are you here?
Well, I'm here because I'm with the Heart of Virginia Parrot Head Club. My wife started the club. We had a club member last year pass away from cancer, and we're here kind of honoring him. And we're also honoring the folks in our lives that have had cancer or cancer-type illnesses. And we're here to raise money and fight cancer.
I think it's a wonderful thing. I told somebody earlier that I don't think anybody has not been touched by cancer in one way or another, personally, family, friends, and to see this kind of thing with people coming out and donating their time and trying to raise money so that this is never, so you don't have to do this anymore.
Well, the fellowship of this is what's really great, because you get to see lots of other people that you know and never realize how much something like this touches their lives, and it helps you understand it a little bit better. It helps you understand that you're not alone,
Exactly.
that we all are in this fight together, and that this is a great way to help raise money, come together as friends and family, join together and honor and remember a lot of folks who have been fighting this disease.
And you never meet a stranger at one of these things.
True, you never do.
I couldn't walk last year because I had just finished chemo, but my husband walked for us, and he brought in over $1,000. And So now I'm into it this year.
What's great is they're reaching goals here. All these organizations that are here for the fight are reaching their goals, and that's what's really important. They're reaching their goals, and as long as we keep it up, one day we won't have to be doing this. One day we'll be celebrating.
Right, and I hope that's very, very soon. I'd like to see it in our lifetime. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, I found somebody to interview. This is my husband, Willie Smith. You've seen his hand or a leg. During the Lynchburg live shows that we do, he hands me stuff, but he never has had his head on camera. So here is my husband, Willie, who was the best caregiver I could have hoped to have when I went through breast cancer. Hi, Willie. What you doing here tonight?
I'm being drugged along by you.
And you're having a good time.
I'm having a great time so far, helping people set up, and they even gave me a bottle of water for helping.
Tell me how you feel about this. What is the thing that stands out with you the most? Meeting the people and not...
Yeah, you don't have to really introduce yourself. Everybody's here for the same thing, and just take it from there.
Yeah, I think that's the general feeling, that everybody shares a love for somebody who's had cancer. So I'm glad you came with me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here we are at the Parrot Head, Heart of Virginia Parrot Head Club's campsite. And I'm going to interview just briefly Gail Taylor.
Hi, how are you?
Just fine. Tell us what your group is about and why you're here.
We have a lot of reasons for being here. The Heart of Virginia Parrot Head Club, we do a lot of things in the community. Relay for Life is very important to a lot of us. We lost one of our members at the age of 37 last year. And so a lot of this is for Aubrey and his memory, but a lot of us have been touched by cancer in other ways, family members, and it's very dear to our heart. What we're having is books to battle cancer, and we're selling books for the summer reading program, and we have Adopt a Pet to help battle cancer, and we have a one-of-a-kind, hand-painted Adirondack chair by one of our members for Relay for Life, and people can, and everything that we do tonight will go for Relay for Life.
Do you have any idea how much your team has raised so far toward the total?
As of this morning, $2,500, which is $500 over our goal. We had a $2,000 goal, but so everything tonight is way over our goal.
That's wonderful. That's just wonderful. I just admire you for what you do.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I've run into Paul King, who's somebody that I've known for a while. Paul has a daughter who is a cancer survivor, and Paul, we're so glad to have you stop by.
Thank you. It was unintentional, but I appreciate being here.
How's Stephanie doing?
She's doing great. She's actually working at the registration tent right now, or the registration area right now. She's going on her 4th year survivor and just finished her freshman year at VCU.
That's wonderful. I love to hear stories like that. You know, having been a survivor myself, I think every survivor's story you hear gives you hope.
Yes. Sure
You know,
does, yeah.
and I think that's one of the reasons that this is so special.
This is a feat in itself. To watch, it would have been fun if you guys could come out here early this morning and you watch the empty track and you get to see it fill up slowly throughout the day. It does really make an impression on you when you get to this time of the day and you see how many people have shown up, and you just know that this is only the beginning of the event for the evening. And the stories we've had throughout the year have been very impressive.
Well, I'm impressed with this. My husband and I went to the Amherst Relay for Life in May, and last year he raised over $1,000 in Amherst. So,
Right.
you know, you just sort of get hooked on this because you know how much good it does.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a struggle throughout the year.
It is.
We never stop fundraising throughout the year. So by the time the year is over, the culmination here at this event is exhausting.
It is.
But it always, the next morning when you're resting and you're coming out of it, it does feel worth it.
And you know how much money's been made.
Yes,
I mean,
do
that's
now.
that's
I know
special.
exactly how much we made so
How
far.
much?
We are well on our way to 265,000. We have over 200,000 as of today. I don't know the exact number, but we weren't expecting this much tonight.
All right, we're here at Judy Brown's tent. Odie's Army is the name of your tent, And Judy, if you all will remember, was my guest in April telling us about the Relay for Life. And we wanted to follow her and see what she's doing here at this relay. Judy, tell us what's going on.
Well, first, welcome. We're glad you decided to think this special enough to be here.